Today I want to speak about one of my favorite, if even more I can say the most favorite Greek Hellenic black metal band from the 90s. And when we speak about Hellenic black metal from Greece of the 90s, first of all we have the unholy trinity of Rotting Christ, Necromantia, and Varathron. And if you asked me before some years, I could say that that my favorite band of these three pillars of the Hellenic black metal was Necromantia, but today I can say Varathron. Varathron. Yeah. Maybe they're a little bit less popular than Necromantia or, of course, than Rotting Christ, but they are very great. If you love the vocals of the singer of the band, of Stephanos Necroabyssius, you can understand what I'm speaking about. Before that I will start to speak about Varathron, I have to say some words about some other bands of Necroabyssius, of Stefan, the vocalist, the singer of Varathron. And here we'll speak about another band of him, Katavasia, with two albums. The first album, Garcilacius Testament, something like that. And the second album of Katavasia, Magnus Venator. But not only that, he has another also band with another guy, Zaratus. The name of the band is Zaratus. They play a style very close to Varathron, a little bit more symphonic and special symphonic black metal. The first album of them, In the Days of Hor, and the second album of them that came out in 2025, Those Who Dwell Beyond. And afterwards that I spoke about these two bands, Katavasia and Zaratus, that they are very close to the sound of Varathron because of Stefan, the same singer. Now let's speak about Varathron themselves. They started in 1988. Their origins are from Ioannina, one city in the North Greece of the place of Epirus. Of course, afterwards they were in Athens, and today they are back to Ioannina, their headquarters. And until now they have 7 full-length albums and 2 EPs. And here I will speak about the full-length albums and the first EP of them. But before that, the second EP by the name The Confessional of the Blood Penitence came out in 2015. I don't have it, so I will not speak about it. But before we start about the worst to best, and in reality they don't have a real worst albums, I will speak about 2 other also releases. The historical split of them with Necromantia by the name The Black Art, The Everlasting Sins, came out in 1992. And of course their live album, and I am a guy that I don't like so much the live albums, but this live album is so great. It's from their live shows in Latin America by the name Glorification Under the Latin Moon, and also it's a very, very, very good live album. It can work also as like a best of. And now let's start. Let's find out. In the first of all, I will speak about the 7 albums and the first EP. So in the 8th place for me will come this album, the 6th full-length album of them, 6th or 5th album of them. I'm not so sure. I think 6. No, 5th. The 5th album. The 5th album of them. Full-length album. Andronden Corridors of Hades. This is the name, Hades, of 2014. This is, many people speak about it as the most sinister or the most monotonic we can say also album of them. It's a good album, but except of the first album, the first song that I like it so much, Kabbalistic Invocation of Solomon. Most of the album for me is not exactly the sound of Varathron that I like so much, so I put it in this place. 7th place for me will come the first EP of them, the historical first EP of them, The Lament of Gods. I know that some people consider it as a full-length album, but I think this is also a EP of 1999. Here they became a little bit more. They started to be more symphonic black metal in this album. They had keyboards from the beginning in their sound, but it's also in the second album of them. But here they became even more to be symphonic black metal. Very good art in the cover art. Here we have seen, for example, the song Warrior's Nightmare, that is a little bit a Manowar style black metal, and also the song Beyond the Grave is very close to the song Asian Pride of Necromandia, if I understand what I'm saying about. And also they made a cover of Nuns Have No Fun of the song of Merciful Fate. Here, in this album, I have also a demo of 1997, Sarmutius Pegorus. Okay. And now, next place, in the 6th place for me will come their, I can say their 3rd full-length album of them, Krauss Reign. It came out in 2004. And many people, they don't so like this album, but it's a great album. It's very symphonic. Yeah, it's very symphonic black metal, not like the first two albums of them, but also it's very great. In its style, it's very great. The special song that I prefer from here, and not only, is The King of Asin. Next place. In the 5th place for me will come Stygian Forces of Scorn. Came out in 2009. This is the 4th full-length album of them. It's a little bit more power metal style. Of course, it's black metal of Varathron with some power heavy metal elements in their music. And it's very good from the beginning to the end. I place it in this place only because of the other albums that will come afterwards. Now, in the 4th place, their last album, until now, The Crimson Temple of 2023, the 7th full-length album of them. And you know, with this album, they continue the way of Patriarchs of Evil, the album one before, and with these two last albums, we have a resurrection of the sound of Varathron. So, also a very, very good album. Now, and here we come to the 3 most important albums of Varathron in my point of view. So, in the 3rd place, the debut album of them, His Majesty at the Swamp, came out in 1993. You know something? In this album, they are a little bit more death metal, not something between a combination between black and death metal. You can say that all these bands from Greece, also Septic Flesh and the Nightfall and Roti Christ in their beginnings, and also Varathron, they were something between the two styles, melodic death metal with doom style, and also black metal, the first wave of black metal, something like that. A very good album. Jimmy Mutilator from Rotting Christ, and today he's the leader of Euphoria, plays here the bass. And of course, we have Jimmy Mutilator in the band also in their second historical album. And now, as you understand, In the second place, for me, will come Patriarchs of Evil, the sixth full-length album of them, of 2018. With this album, we have the Resurrection. Really, 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 many people liked this album and started to find the sound of Varathron. Great album, from the beginning to the end. A great album, Patriarchs of Evil. And, of course, in the first place, and many people will agree with me about the first place, the second album of them, of 1995, Walpurgisnacht, the Night of the Witches. Yeah. Here is also the cover art, the whole cover art came out from Unisound Productions of Athens. A great album of Hellenic black metal with keyboards. Here they were not exactly symphonic black metal, but we can say that they became even more symphonic from the EP afterwards, Lament of the Gods, and afterwards. But here also, this is one of the best Hellenic black metal albums of all time. Walpurgisnacht of 1995. My best and favorite album of Varathron. So this is about these Greeks from Israel and from Jerusalem. Stay metal and stay heavy.